This video is sponsored by New Vet Labs. New Vet Labs provides your pet with products that are completely safe, nutrient-rich, and formulated to strengthen the immune system, helping to give your pet many healthy years of life. Click the link in the description below or call the number shown and use order code 30690 and save up to 15% when you go on auto ship. New Vet Labs, your pet's best friend.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out another one of our videos. Like if you enjoy the content, please subscribe if you're new to our channel. We really appreciate it and it really helps us out. In this video, we're going to be going over a few different types of nail clippers. Some we like, some we don't like, but with the market being what it is, there's so many nail clippers out there, it's hard to determine what nail clipper might be right for you. So let's check out some nail clippers together and determine which ones are good and which ones are not so good. Okay guys, so the first clippers that we're going to show you is a guillotine type nail clipper, and these guys are very old school, and this right here is my very first clipper. This was made by a company called Resco. You can still see that the name is right there, and these are my very first clipper. I used these back when I started grooming school, and back then they made us actually etch our name right into the clipper, and you can see my name Rudy right there in this clipper. Again, these guys are old school. I don't see too many people using these clippers anymore. I certainly don't. That's why they're all rusty, but they still work. They're a great nail clipper. If this is the type of clipper that you are comfortable with, by all means use this. But from a professional level, I don't see too many professional dog groomers using this particular clipper, and it's called a guillotine clipper, and the reason for that is because it does act like a guillotine. You can see that blade coming across. It's got it's spring loaded here. You can see the spring right here. A lot of people tend to use these wrong. The wrong way to use this clipper would be to do it like this, with the lever in the palm of your hand. That would be wrong. The correct way of using this clipper would be to turn it completely around, and the lever should be at your fingertips, okay, so that you can see the blade come across. You always want to see exactly where you're clipping when clipping a dog's nails. To do it this way, that blade is kind of hidden and you can't really see. Again, these clippers are great. The one thing I loved about these clippers is that the blade here, very, very sharp. They're very, very sharp, and they come across the nail very cleanly. The couple of drawbacks, though, is that you have to put the nail inside this circle here, this guide, and there's no room for mistake. A lot of times the dog's nail will get caught in there, or if a dog pulls away, now the dog's nail is caught in there, and it could be very jarring if you're too close, or you're doing a dog who doesn't really like his nails being clipped. But with that being said, though, again, the good point of this clipper is that they're very, very sharp. Again, one of the drawbacks, though, too, is that if this blade is not sharp, what happens is a lot of times this blade will come away from this guide, and the nail will get caught in there. So from a professional level, again, we tend to not use these. But if you're comfortable using these, I still see a lot of people using them. By all means, use them. Just be very, very careful with them. Make sure that the blade is nice and sharp. And these clippers are dear to me. I'll never get rid of them because they were just my first set of nail clippers. So, okay, guys, with this clipper here, again, this is made by Resco, and Resco is a great company. These guys have been around forever. They've been making nail clippers along with other products that they do for us, for groomers, professional groomers, and all groomers alike, really. But you could see where, technology and the style of clipper has really, really changed, because these are beautiful clippers. These are scissor type clippers, not the guillotine type. And they're very smooth. I love the handle on these guys. They fit right into your hand. They're heavy. They have a lot of weight to them, but they're very, very quiet. You can barely hear them. Very, very smooth. They got a really nice spring to them. A very, very durable spring. The one drawback with this is that I feel that the opening here is a little too narrow. You can really only do small dogs with this. So even a medium-sized dog nail will struggle to fit in this narrow hole. And I'm going to try to show you the difference here. Right here, you can see this other clipper, you see how big that wide that gap is right here. You know, you can put a big thick nail through that, even though it's a small clipper. And this is just very narrow. So that's the only thing I don't like about them. But again, if you're doing small dogs, great clipper. Like, again, they're very smooth. They feel great in your hand. And you know, their spring action is beautiful. So again, just a great clipper. If this clipper is something that you're comfortable with, by all means, Resco, check out their nail clippers. Really good clipper. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you this clipper here. This is a very low quality clipper. It looks good. It looks like it could be a really good clipper, but it really isn't. I'm gonna show you why. You know, listen to that noise. You kind of want to avoid that clipping sound because you know, dogs generally, they don't like their nails being clipped. So if you do hit a vein and they're listening to that sound, they're really going to associate that sound to the pain that you just caused. So again, these clippers, they look nice. I use them. They actually work really well. They're very sharp. I'll give them that. But again, with that sound, you're just kind of drawing attention to what you're doing, and that's the last thing you want to do. You really don't want to draw too much attention to a dog's nail, or, you know, especially by sound. You don't want to have that sound going every time you clip a nail. It's just going to make the dog more upset. So this clipper, decent clipper, but again, I'm not crazy about the sound, and you could always tell a clipper that's a little bit less expensive. And the reason why is because you see this design, you got the handles smacking into each other, so that's just not a good design. So I would kind of sway away from any clipper that makes a loud noise like that. The other thing about this clipper is that it comes with a guard, and a lot of clippers come with this safety guard. I tend to take them off because I don't like them. They don't do much more than kind of allow you to just tip the nails, which is fine, but as a professional groomer, you know, we know how to tip nails. So you know, the guard is just kind of there. I'm demonstrating with a pencil here to not allow the nail to go full through that gap there. What you can do is you can take this guard off. You could just remove the nut here, take the guard off, and then use the clipper a little bit more freely. But again, these clippers were just very inexpensive, and I would tend to sway away from anything that makes that kind of noise. So now I'm going to show you a better quality version of a large dog nail clipper, and these here are made by a company called Miller's Forge. Again, another great company that's been around forever. So if you're looking for a good quality large dog nail clipper, this is the one to go with. Very large. It fits in your hand, and listen, just no sound. Very quiet, because here the design is that, you know, the handle is not touching or making that clanking sound. That's just going to really just draw attention to what you're doing and cause a lot of distress to the dog, because you just, again, don't want to draw any more attention to what you're doing than you are when clipping a dog's nails. But these are great clippers. Again, this is Miller's Forge. It has a big wide opening for the nail. You can do large dogs, German Shepherds. You can even do giant breed dogs, St. Bernards, with this clipper. You know, you'll get that big nail through that big gap there, and they're very sharp and very durable in your hand. So I highly recommend this if you guys are working on larger breed dogs. This is a great quality clipper right here. Okay, I just purchased these recently. These are made by Top Performance. Very good clipper. I like these a lot. They have that big opening here where you can get a large dog's nail in there as well. I tend to like these small guys only because you know, I have small hands. So and usually we're working on a lot more smaller dogs more recently. We don't do a whole lot of large breed dogs anymore. But even if we did, you know, this clipper with that big opening there allows us to do even a large dog. So again, these are great clippers, Top Performance. You can get these anywhere. Very popular clipper, very quiet. Again, that design where the handle is not hitting there, that's what you're looking for. So a really good clipper as well. Okay, guys, I just had to show you these clippers. I want to show you these because, again, it's just an example of a really, really bad design. This is supposed to be a large dog nail clipper, and I just do not like this at all. And number one, listen to that. Okay, it's just making a whole bunch of noise. Look at the opening here. I mean, it's so tiny. I couldn't even get a small dog nail in through that right there. So again, and the part of it that really bothers me is that this top part is closed, so it doesn't even allow you to kind of wrap around the nail like a normal clipper would. You know, like this. You could actually put the nail into the blade area there. This doesn't allow that at all. So again, guys, you just have to be really, really careful with what you're purchasing out there, because these, I mean, they just don't work. They're not a good quality clipper. So when you're looking for clippers, make sure you do your research. And I hope this video helps you guys out in choosing a clipper that might be right for you. But I do not like that at all. They're very, I don't know what it is with these, but these are just not a good quality clipper, and I don't even recommend them for the novice groomer. Okay, guys, so this video wouldn't be fair to not mention our feline friends here, and this right here is a cat nail clipper. So I don't want you cat lovers out there saying, hey, how come you didn't show a cat nail clipper? We're going to show you that right now. So these cat nail clippers, great clippers. I'm going to be honest with you guys, these are really, really expensive. I actually bought these at the Dollar Tree because I couldn't find my Resco cat nail clippers. So I'm showing you a Dollar Tree pair, and believe it or not, I'm going to be honest with you, these things work great. They're really, really good. I wouldn't recommend them for, you know, heavy use or anything, but if you're just doing a few cats, or you know, you're not working on a whole lot of cats, great clipper. These cat nail clippers, they don't have any springs to them. They're just kind of free like that, and even the better quality ones look just like this. Their design is just perfectly the same as these. The one thing about these too is that they're very, very smooth. They're very smooth. They do clang a little, you know, but again, you know, they're Dollar Tree. Some of the better ones, like the Rescos, do not clang, and they're very, very a little bit more smooth as well. We tend to use these even on small dogs. If I have a very, very tiny Chihuahua or something, I will resort to my cat nail clippers, even though it's a dog, and just to get in there. They're also great for doing dew claws. You can really get these guys in that hard to reach area. If you're doing a small dog's dew claws, you can really reach in there and get that dew claw with these cat nail clippers. But yeah, good clippers. They're usually all the same. Okay, guys, so I saved the best for last, and the reason why I say that is because as dog groomers, we fall in love with our equipment, like I guess like a baseball player falls in love with his favorite bat. We just can't get rid of some of the equipment we use, and I have had these for a very long time. As you can see, they're all taped up, and what it is this is also made by Top Performance, and this is the older version of this clipper that I showed you earlier. Okay, but again, I love these clippers because they're very, very small in my hand. I love the grip design. I love the way they are. And again, I just love that big gap, allowing me to do even a large dog's nails. And guys, just listen, they're virtually just silent. They're such a good quality clipper. What I did with these too is that I changed the spring. You can change the spring in these guys. I added this little plastic washer here just so that I can get a more smooth cut when coming across. It really does help so that they don't grab. Sometimes they tend to grab if this nut is tightened too tight. You know, they usually have a lock washer under there, but I take that lock washer off and I put this nice plastic one there just to have that nice smooth cut. But again, I just can't get rid of these, and until they just stop working, I will continue to use them. They're great clippers. I love them. And again, Top Performance, they put out some really, really good nail clippers, and they're fairly inexpensive too. So, you know, again, they don't have that, you know, the handles are not clanging together. So great clipper, and I just love these. Okay, guys, so that about wraps it up. We showed you a couple of nail clippers that we're familiar with. Again, there's a lot of nail clippers out there on the market. I guess the way to determine a good quality nail clipper is it's going to feel good in your hand. Whatever nail clipper you're comfortable with, guys, that's what you should go with. The nail clippers that we showed, they ranged in price from anywhere between $5 and $15, so they're not that expensive to begin with. Thank you so much for checking out another one of our videos. Guys, please smash that like button if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you're new. All of our social media links and our podcasts are in the description below. On behalf of Anthony and I, thank you once again for checking out Grooming by Rudy.